please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Captain's Log, Subdate 2308-04.2. Gearing up for a weekend of heavy drinking with Officer Whiskey is never easy, but we always perform our duties to perfection, and we expect our crew to do exactly that when they serve us as NPC decanters. Hello everyone, welcome to This Week at X. Oh dear God. Alright, starting off simple, we'll work our way up. Isabella Maria De Luca. I don't want a job. I don't want to be a corporate girly. I don't want to climb the ladder. I don't want to be a boss babe. I don't want to be a breadwinner. I want to be home cooking, cleaning, gardening, and baking. You left out family as well. How dare you be so toxic as to want these things in your life when surely you want more equality, where you are, for all intents and purposes, 100% the same as a man. Now, suck it up, as a man would, get on with your job, come home, and prepare to be abused by your partner. That's usually how it works, right? Certainly was when I grew up in the 90s. As I've mentioned the X, it seems only right we mention the fact that Twitter HQ is finally updating itself, removing Twitter from its, building, and replacing it with an obnoxious X that lights up on top. It's a bit much. A bit extra, right? Also, if you look at the app, you'll find that it has a tagline, Blaze Your Glory, and it has updated now. Instead of saying Twitter with the X as the logo, it now says X. Part of me's wondering if this is the old meme X to doubt. X to doubt you blaze your glory. X to doubt it's anything but a joke. I don't know anymore. It's hard to tell. I don't really know what to believe. But I will stand by what I said last week when I read Sargon of Akkad's rather lengthy tweet concerning this. It comes across as less fun for a platform and more, trying to seem more modern, but losing its, let's say, more casual aspect when you tweet. In favour of, I don't know what, actually. Let me go and X a thing. Although I've noticed retweet is no longer called retweet. So I guess these changes are sticking. If not, it's one hell of a belated April Fool's joke. Quite a pricey one, I might add. I'm curious how this affects myself with This Week at Twitter, and how it affects Bowblacks with Twitter versus. I think I might still call it Twitter, just for the sake of the video. Unless, of course, I change the acronym to This Week in X, which is the acronym Twix, which may well get me a copyright claim from Nesli. Is it Nesli that have them? I like the salted caramel ones. So next, many people tweeted out a video concerning Neil deGrasse Tyson, the guy who demoted Pluto. Ian Miles Chong tweeted, or Swatter, the amount of mental gymnastics Neil deGrasse Tyson is performing to validate gender ideology is appalling and disappointed. Retweeted by the heretical liberal. As a love of science and empiricism, this is so disappointing to me. Mostly because I know he knows better. There's no way he actually believes this idiotic faith-based belief that a sexed soul exists separate from the body and that it's even possible to be born in the wrong body. Of all the disappointments that have come about as this creepy new age gender religion took hold in recent years, at Neil Tyson is my personal number one, what's yours? He also underneath honourable mention to Jon Stewart. A discussion for another time, I will add. Also adding that they applaud Cenk Uygur. This is really strange times we live in, but I think you need the context. So here is the context from Ian Miles Chong's Twitter. Tweet. X. Thing. Yes, that.
My point is, apparently, the XXXY chromosomes are insufficient. Because when we wake up in the morning, we exaggerate whatever feature we want to portray the gender of our choice. Either the one you're assigned, the one you choose to be, whatever it is. So now just to tie a bow on this, I say to you, I think I read that the United States was a land where we have the pursuit of happiness. Suppose no matter my chromosomes, today I feel 80% female, 20% male. I'm gonna put on makeup. I'm gonna do that. Tomorrow I might feel 80% male. I'll remove the makeup and I'll wear a muscle shirt. Why do you care? What business is it of yours to require that I fulfill your inability to think of gender on a spectrum?
Just a quick thing, because this is obvious. I could respond to every minute detail of that video that I've cropped all the dead air out of, but there's no point. Instead I can focus on the one thing that matters. He is not an authority on biology. Neil deGrasse Tyson is an American astrophysicist. He has nothing to do with biology. Therefore, he cannot offer any form of authoritative opinion. Only opinion. And when he mentions what business is it of ours, yes, it is the business of everyone if it is applied to schools and children. It is applied to sports. It is the business of everyone if you share that information on social media and expect nobody to go, nah, I disagree. With that out of the way, let us move on. Courtesy of Dom Lucre, breaker of narratives.
Breaking.
Fly Soldier from the Island Boys just officially announced that he is gay, but I think his brother might be announcing soon as well. Underneath is a video. It's 14 seconds long and I want to play it, but I don't know if I can. One, I don't know if the two people in this are actually biological brothers or not. Two, because if they are, or if they're stepbrothers, it can still be argued to be a form of incest, because they kiss. This crap was being shared all over social media, and I've got to admit, it doesn't make you guys look any better. While many still champion announcing one's sexuality. Hi, I'm Amish asexual. I wonder how long I can keep that going for. Please celebrate me in the comments down below, of course, and champion my Amishness. It is not right to announce it in a way that makes you look incestuous. It, if anything, raises very many questions. In the past, within the Halls of Injustice, I made mistakes where I tried to work out whether or not a sentence would be proportionately better depending on someone's value, right? Okay, I want that on record. I'm not going to give an opinion to the next bit. I'm just going to present it as it is. Liz Wheeler had tweeted, "This will make you cry every time." The video shows a deaf person hearing for the first time. Alan Roberts retweeted with, "Things like deaf people hearing and paralysed people walking is what the majority of healthcare spending, research and resources should be dedicated to. Instead, 3 trillion, a year is selfishly spent on people gluttoning, drinking and smoking themselves to illness." Reply, hot take, you don't get to decide who is worthy of being helped. Just because you think you are better than some people with eating disorders doesn't make them unworthy of sympathy. Reply, Alan cares about them and feels sympathy for them far more than the enablers who would have them doomed to a life of misery, leading to a tragically premature demise. Alan retweeted Red Oracle with, "I am better than some other people with eating disorders, because instead of looking for sympathy and coddling to excuse my selfish gluttony from binge eating, I work every damn day to control my binge eating disorder and avoid being a burden upon society. F your feelings, lose the weight." Now I do think there's a misinterpretation of this. Alan hasn't said that those people aren't worthy of sympathy at all. He hasn't said that. He wasn't implying that either. He was saying that the money being used on people gluttoning, drinking and smoking themselves to illness would be better used helping people who are deaf or paralysed. There was no mention of sympathy. The tweet was short enough that he could have added additional caveats, but he didn't need to because he was focusing on what he focuses on, and that is showing zero tolerance towards those that are obese and choose to be obese, and those who champion fat acceptance, body positivity. It's quite interesting really, and credit to Alan Roberts by the way for turning it around, going from a pleasantly plump, large, muscular man to a slimmer, muscular man. Ordinary Gamer tweeted, "I'm so effing done with these dog plop live service battle pass ridden effing games. F-COD, Halo, Siege, Battlefield, every BR known to man. Cooking mama." Don't know what that means. Not every game needs to have a 90-hour-week investment to get anywhere. How do you release games that have less content than the 360 era? The funny thing is, I used to make the same complaints about 360 games. I used to complain about some of the Halo games because the campaign was so short, and say, but if I went back on the Mega Drive, Kid Chameleon would take me days, right? Campaigns have struggled for years to give you an immersive story game. There are many games that do exist that have that, but games like COD, Halo, Siege, Battlefield, nah fam, nah, they're not for me. I'm not the targeted audience anymore, and I get that. It's why I tend to now play video games away from the PC and stick to the Switch, because then I'm just playing video games. I'm not playing group games waiting for others to join. I'm not having to spend many hours a week practicing to be good enough to play it like Rocket League. It's a Gundam had replied with, "Hol up, let him cook." I like that. Reply, "Bro ain't cooking shit. He bought Diablo 4 even after knowing it was scummy AF with microtransactions and a season pass. The argument itself is definitely solid, but he shouldn't be the one giving it since he doesn't have a right to do so. His money helps oil the machine. Now, there is some validity to that as a point. If you want to have a leg to stand on, perhaps don't be somebody contributing towards the very problems that exist, right? But if you take that away, Ordinary Gamer still has a point, a very much valid point. It shouldn't have to be this way, but then it doesn't really matter too much, especially if you're a streamer, because what you see is the most popular streamers now aren't gamers, they're dickheads who just watch YouTube videos and react to it. Because apparently, Jinx from Content Cop all those years ago, while a completely non-existent channel now, the format of reacting is okay now. It's totally okay to sit there and watch someone else's content and offer zero in the way of transformative information. Yeah, content. XQC is a fantastic example of that. The man literally fucked off for 10 minutes and came back to react to a video while it was still playing. He essentially played the entire video before saying anything. What a melt. So next, Elon Musk. If a good enough X logo is posted tonight, we'll make it go live worldwide tomorrow. Reply from Ron, the Confederate flag. Just thought I'd introduce that as a nice little segue between that It's a Gundam thing to Life of a Free Spirit. None of y'all would be in the top 8.5% on OnlyFans according to Callie. Apparently we're all rough looking. And why is she so focused on her self-obsession now? Weren't you obsessed with for years with Amberlynn Reed? Talking about her body, her life, her opinions, every movement. Takes one to know one, sis. If we're obsessed, you're obsessed. Problem with Life for Free Spirit right now, and I don't think she's willing to accept it, is she's become a lolcow. It's easy to walk away from it and perhaps carve out a different path, but you've got to be less of what it is you are right now, because what she is right now is very arrogant, and it's quite unbecoming. But I doubt that will stop her, and of course, here's the clip for context.
Unfortunately, I've come across some really sick people, really deranged, really mentally challenged, and I've always called it out and I really don't like it, and they've been super focused on everything about me. Now, that is not my problem. A person's obsession, fixation, especially sexually, and a lot of them are women, which is... Okay, yikes, you can go and do an OnlyFans too, but the way some of the women who gang stalk me, the way some of them look, let's just go ahead and keep it a buck, they would not be in the top 8.5%. Just they wouldn't, unless they were doing some really crazy stuff, even crazier than Trisha.
Let's go to something humorous from Countankiller. I can't look at the image. Oh, okay. I thought I was safe from voice AI because none of them could manage Scottish accents. But it turns out my Discord has been training the effing thing. Here's the video.
What the f*** did you just f***ing say about me, you be shit? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Corporate Young team, and I've been involved in loads of secret raids on other and I've over 300 confirmed stabbings. I am trained in guerrilla warfare and I'm the top chibber in the entire Central Belt. You are caught to me but another wee bastard. I'll wipe you out with a bottle to the head like no other glassing seen before in Glasgow. Mark my words. You think you can get away with talking shite to me on Twitter? Think again. Right now, I've got my goons tracing your IP, so you better prepare for the storm, Marshall. The storm that is going to rip you to shreds.
I'm not going to deny. Oh. I like his Discord a lot. To our penultimate tweet, we go to Shenanigans. Chantel's latest community post, because yes, Foodie Beauty does appear on Twitter. Oh well, thank you so much to all of those who've already purchased items from Teeb Aldar. Means a lot, thanks for the business. Context of this is, Chantel has her own scent, called Beezer Spray. It looks like a disinfectant bottle, and I'm not going to judge that. In some places that can be considered normal. Others like bottles shaped like a bar of gold or a Coke can. It's a novelty aspect, right? Unless of course you're spraying something down like fabric, or someone the size of a camel. Just a funny little tidbit, I guess. To the last thing, we're going to finish with a video from Keemstar. Bud Light is taking such a hammering that taps for Bud Light are being removed and replaced with other items. And so I'm going to play the video, and this is where we end. If you do enjoy it, the video that is, smash the like, share the video, leave a comment. If you want to support the channel, become a member. Ta-ta, everyone.
So, Bud Light is so boycotted that it's being removed.
With Miller!
It's being removed from my local bar. Holy shit.
Hey!
That's crazy.
Before I forget, tomorrow I'm doing a whiskey stream. Yes, I do this, by the way, on Moisky Live. Linked in the pinned comment. You should follow us. We have an Instagram as well called Not Worth a Cork. We post whiskey stuff there, because whiskey is better than beer. Beer is haram to us.